Hey, this is Greener Grass, a podcast now with the Digit Network. We're so happy that you guys are here. Kelly and I are so excited to say that this is season 6. If you haven't yet, go to our show notes and opt in for our newsletter. We'll send you stuff about us, our guests, and if we have any breaking news. So excited to have you. Let's get started. Kelly McVeigh.
Hi.
I miss you
You're
so
in a
much.
new location even.
Oh, I'm in a closet.
Closets, I heard, are a great place to record, actually. Like, I should go in a closet.
Are you in your parents'
No, I'm
house?
at my house.
Oh, I met Jeff for the first time this summer, you guys.
Yeah, she did meet Jeff for the first time.
Did. Hi, Carrie.
Hi. That was exciting at Dank Brewery, Dank House, Newark, Ohio. Oh my God, Kelly. Except for one, I saw all of my high school besties.
Isn't that crazy? I feel like that's like a great place for us to start, because I'll definitely post pictures of you and I together. I haven't even posted those yet, which is so weird.
Okay, so listeners, I've been wanting to say this to you guys since this happened. So we had planned this. August was a freaking craziest month for me. Kind of rivals January of this year. Kind of rivals Kelly's May, I think.
And I had a big August too, because I had a wedding. So it was like...
Yeah, and so this is where it starts. So Newark Catholic High School class of 95 had our 30-year reunion. And we figured out that Kelly's daughter's wedding was on the same weekend, and she was just crazed. So we're like, I don't know if we can see each other. We're going to try for brunch on Sunday after the wedding, which is crazy, which we didn't end up doing.
I don't know why I thought I was going to be able to do that.
But so we kind of like got okay with the idea that we wouldn't see each other. And then I put out the info for the reunion, and then Kelly texted back. She's like, I will see you. I was like, well, how?
Yeah.
And then Kelly's like, we're going to be at the same place for our rehearsal dinner. This is how small our town is, you guys.
So fun. So fun. Yeah. So we had like our rehearsal dinner, like outside at like with tables and all set up, and little buffet action going on at the Dank House. And Carrie was there for her like reunion get together.
Well, and I had no idea what to expect, because I'd never been there before. So I'm thinking this dark brewery like beer, and I didn't realize how beautiful the backyard was, because it was just like strung up lights, and we had the fire pit on our side for the reunion. Bean was there. So one of my besties, Justin, shout out to Justin. I haven't seen him in probably 20 years, and he showed up all weekend for me. He got to know my Bean. We got to know his wife. My friend Alan, who's been on this podcast before, he just retired from the Army. He lives there now because his family is there. And he showed up. My friend Chal, my best friend Chal, I stayed with her. And then, Aaron Link, who was on this podcast, he drove down from Michigan. We had the best time. I thought it was going to be like 1 or 2 nights. We ended up doing 3 nights in a row.
So fun.
And at the time of my life, so the part of August that got really messy was that I went on 2 trips, that trip, and then I went to surprise my sister for her 50th birthday in DC, which was amazing.
I haven't gotten to hear this story yet, because like I knew a gist that you were doing that, but like, was she so surprised? Were your parents surprised?
Okay, so I had decided like 2 days beforehand that I was going to go, because I realized I couldn't bring Bean. Bean started school on August 13th here in Texas, which is very early in my mind. So she had already started. Long story short, it took us 40 hours to get back from Columbus to freaking Texas. We got stuck in Atlanta. Never again, Frontier Airlines. Never again. And it was just too much. So it was 2 weekends later. And I had decided that I was going to really regret it if I didn't go, because I found out from my mom that my brother was actually flying in from Hawaii.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I was like, fuck this. I have to do it. I got a flight that wasn't that expensive. It was a straight flight. And then my sister, when she saw my brother, that's when she started crying. Because my brother, she just doesn't see him very often. He lives in Hawaii. He spent a couple years like not traveling at all. And so she started crying. But we hid behind the people who are like local to DC. And she's like, oh, in her mind, she's like, oh, my husband, did a party with all my DC friends. And then me and my brother popped out.
Yeah.
And then she started crying.
So
And then I got to see my cousin, who I haven't seen in so long, and my dad didn't know, so we surprised my dad
I
too.
love it. I'm so glad you got to. Okay, so tell me what a 40-hour trip home is like with a 5-year-old. Now, listen, I've done some nightmare traveling with children because I have 4 children. I just flew home from Canada. You and I have both been kind of all over the place, which is why we took a bigger break than normal, I would say. But
yeah, we took the full summer.
yeah, I
basically.
took a red eye home on Sunday night and got home Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. And then I was like just like a zombie for 2 days. But like, what is traveling like and being stuck in Atlanta with a small child?
Well, she was a trooper. Like, she actually does quite well traveling. I think she feels like she's professional at it.
Listen, that's so cute.
She's so pro. But the thing is that the flight going into Atlanta was the thing that was messed up because it got delayed and we didn't make our connection. So we got to Atlanta. They wouldn't let me change. They made me fly there. They're like, we're not going to change it before you get there. But I knew I was going to miss it. The layover one was 1 hour. So we got there and they're like, oh, there's no flights to anywhere in Texas for a day and a half. And they wouldn't pay for the hotel. I mean, basically, they probably have some very small language before you buy that you're screwed.
Yeah.
If anything gets messed up. So I bought us a hotel, but by the time I bought us a hotel, she was already so overstimulated.
Yeah.
Because Asa was like, if you hang out at the airport for another 10 hours, we could probably get you a flight from another airline. And I was like, I can't do that with this child.
Yeah.
You know, because we had already done almost the whole day, and then we expected a certain thing. And so she was super overstimulated. So I got us a hotel. Oh my God. It wasn't like exorbitantly expensive, but like I had to make us comfortable. So we had like, you know, when you go to like a corporate Marriott, like, and you sit and have dinner at the like lobby, it's just fucking expensive.
Totally.
Like a salad is $20. But I got her like all her food. They didn't have any juice except for what was in like the fridge, like in the front there. And so I was like, it was like a $5 juice. I was like, Bean, I'm not going to get that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And so we sat back down. She was like sad. And then some nice guy came up with this juice in his hand. He's like, I overheard you. I have 1,000,000 points. Can I just give this to you? I have a kid at home. I just know how it feels. I was like, oh my God.
So nice.
So she got the juice and like the next day, so Kelly, the next day, I just buy us a one-way ticket on Spirit. It was $100 each. So it was like $250 to get home. If I would have done like American or United, it would have cost $800 to get home from that point out of my pocket.
Yeah, that's craziness.
Yeah, they had like refunded the part of the flight that we didn't take, but it was only like what? They gave me like $200 back for both flights. I was like, this is some bullshit. Go away.
Yeah.
So we get to the airport at like, I don't know, 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. for like a 11 a.m. flight. And that gets delayed.
No.
It gets delayed and delayed until I asked to rebook to go to Houston. So our Houston flight takes off at 7 p.m. So we spend another 11 hours in the airport.
No.
It was terrible. And like I had made the decision to check my like luggage that could have been a carry-on. So I had a hand for her. So I could like, you know, not every time we went to the bathroom, I could like just grab 2 things and go to the bathroom versus 3.
Yeah.
So we got some vouchers for food and we just ate all day in the airport.
Yeah.
You know how that is.
Yeah.
Ate all day in the airport. She did pretty good. We had some coloring books. She had her iPad. We had like pluggers to like plug our chargers in. We survived, but we flew into Houston, which we do not live in Houston. So Asa got in his car and he drove 3.5 hours to Houston after work, picked us up, and then we drove 3.5 hours back in the middle of the night. And Kelly Bean threw up all the way home.
Stop.
On herself, on her, you know, in her car seat.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Because she's been eating all this crap all day long.
Yes, and just the travel, the flying, the in another car, like, oh no.
The hotel, everything. Like I think an adult might have thrown up on herself. Like so she threw up all over herself in the car. And then it was in the middle of the night. And what I learned is that in Houston, there's a huge stretch, Houston to San Antonio, where there's nothing. There's no gas. There's nothing. So we had to like drive through that before we could go clean her up. We're at the Buc-ee's. Shout out to Buc-ee's. Everybody loves a fucking Buc-ee's, apparently. Yeah. And so we basically stopped at the Buc-ee's and like I took all the clothes off. Luckily, because my car is always prepared. I had clothes in the car.
Yes.
I was going to throw away her dress. She's like, Mommy, don't throw it away. It's my favorite dress. It was just like a cotton dress, whatever. So I didn't throw it away. I ended up washing it later. I'll try to make the story a little shorter. So we get home, we go to sleep, and I know beforehand that I have to figure it out because the Spirit lost my bag.
Of course.
Right. So long story short, 5 days later, I did get my bag, but it got dropped off at my old house because that's my billing address for my credit card. I'm telling you, Kelly. So I end up getting the bag, luckily 5 days later, and I just drove to, once I realized if FedEx dropped it off, I drove over there and I picked it up. I mean, there's a lot more steps because I had to, like, I was on the phone for like 18 hours of my life trying to get this bag back, right? So like that whole thing it just overshadowed my entire amazing trip. And then on the way back from DC, a flight that was supposed to take off at 7 p.m. ended up taking off at 7 a.m. the next day, but we didn't know that until midnight. So I slept on the floor of the airport. But I didn't have my kid.
Right. You were alone. So
And I decided not to do the hotel that they offered us. It was American that time, but I had it would have been 3 hours to sleep. So I was like, screw this. Anyways, Kelly, I'm going to get to this, but then Bean started school and I thought of Emerson the whole time because she cried.
And how are mornings going now? She started August 13th.
Yes, it is now August the 28th. She is now well-adjusted-ish. Still doesn't want to get up.
Yes.
But not afraid of the school part.
Yes. And I would say, I don't know this, but especially when you were in LA, because you're both performers, like she's not really a morning kid. Neither is Emerson.
No.
Emerson is not a morning child. Mason
is
a morning child. Emerson is not.
And she tries to stay up to be with me at night. I work at night.
Yes.
So she's like waiting for me. Last night, thankful I got home, she was passed out in her papa's arms. I'm like, thank God. She just go to sleep. Yeah. It's not enough sleep for her to wait for me. It's not even enough sleep for me to go to sleep after work and then wake up to drop her off, much less have a whole day at school. So, okay, before we get into that, you guys, the longest weekly roundup, we're going to try to do this quick. But Kelly, how was the wedding?
Okay, listen, I posted pictures on my Instagram. So you'll see
it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. I loved it, obviously. It was the perfect day. I had so much fun. Like once the wedding was over, I had so much fun, like dancing. I love to dance, like out on the dance floor. So like dancing the night away. She had a pizza truck and a donut truck, which was so nice. Fun. Like, like I was always like when she said it, like I was always like, yeah, this is fun. But like it was fun. Like it was a pizza truck and you went up and got slices of pizza. And then the donut truck was like little fried donuts and you could choose like Oreo or Snickers or strawberry shortcake. Like you could choose what they put on the donut. So that was so fun. And both of the vendors, like they left all the extra like on this back table. And so then, when everyone has had way too many drinks at the end of the night, like people are just going to the back table and grabbing a slice of pizza and grabbing a fried donut. Like it was like literally like drunk people food. Yeah. It was so fun. It was stressful leading up to the wedding. I feel like in true fashion, like it's just like so many different things to do, so many things to take care of. With any mom and daughter, moms don't know anything most of the time. And so you're like asking questions, but like you're kind of not getting an answer. But the daughter's stressed, the mom is stressed. So we had like a little bit of that for sure. Oh, we did something that was so fun that I would tell anyone to do. So we did our own flowers. And listen, I'll give a big shout out to my sister. My sister put together like this spreadsheet of like what flowers we needed, where I could get the cheapest flowers. So we did like a Costco order of flowers and we did I can't even think right now. Oh, an actual flower shop, Oberlin's. But the other was from Costco. And then the bridesmaids had a flower making party on Friday. The wedding was on Saturday.
Oh, I was going to ask, how did you organize these flowers?
So we put all the flowers in buckets and like cleaned them. So like took all the extra off or any dead, whatever. And then all the girls made their own bouquets out of these flowers. And it was like this fun little flower making party. And we had brunch. And then we took all the excess flowers and just made vases of flowers for everywhere. She had centerpieces, but that was like one of my favorite things out of all of it was I love color, and it was like just fun, and everyone's flower, like their bouquet was like, made by them. So it was like flowers they chose out of the colors. And so that was so fun. And so like from a cost perspective, people spend so much money on flowers.
Oh yeah.
And Jeff and I were watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. He's really watching it, to be honest. Let's give a shout out to Jeff for watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. But I haven't really been watching it, but I was like kind of watching it. And someone on there is planning a wedding. And so she was like going and getting vendor quotes, and like the flowers were $1,000. And I was like, yeah, I did not spend $5,000. But it was because my sister like knew cost places. And the girls had so much fun doing it. It was like the perfect way to do it. So that was amazing. But like it's in a big event. So it's just this of doing all of it, figuring it all out. But then once it's over and like we were dancing.
Yeah.
So much fun, and the weather was perfect. But I just felt like I had kind of like a couple days that I went on a mini vacation, with Jeff and his kids. And then I had the wedding. And then I went on vacation with my family, my siblings, and extended family. And then I came back, and work's been crazy. And then I went to Canada, and then I took a red eye. And like this is the first week that I feel back to like working out,
like a human.
Yeah, like working out, normal routine. Like I thrive off of routine, and there has not been any routine going on here. So.
Oh, August, like it was exciting in a lot of ways because like you have to like shuffle up the mundane sometimes, and we definitely did that.
Yeah.
Like August was a hot, crazy mess, and it was a hot, crazy mess of travel for me. But
and listen, what about the fact that you moved? Like I feel.
Oh my God, I even forgot about that. It's like
you moved into a new house that you've been renovating,
girl,
on top of traveling all these weeks.
So we moved in on the 31st of July, and we left for Ohio August 1st in the morning.
That's insane.
Okay. I cannot tell you that my cortisol levels have been fucking off it's crazy because it's like also living here. Now, I'll say this. It is many percentage points better than where we were because it is so much closer to things. It's closer to like grocery used to take me 20 minutes to drive to. It takes me 3 minutes now.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So it bought me a lot of my life back because driving to work is better, driving to her school is better. Everything is better when it comes to our location. And the house, it's going to be our house for whoever knows long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if the word forever works because I don't know what's going to happen, but like for the foreseeable future. So we can kind of relax.
Yes.
Having said that, we are not done with it. So upstairs is on the floor, it's paper.
Yeah.
And on the windows, it's tape.
Right.
Like all of our windows have plastic and tape on them right now. Every single window.
Right.
So it's like, it's feeling like, I don't know, if I had to put 25% better than it was.
Yes.
But it's not more than that. Because like, I'm doing my podcast on a cardboard box in Ace's closet.
Right.
Now, it's not like a Harry Potter closet, you guys. It's like a real closet. It's like a big closet, so it's not a big deal.
Beautiful closet, everyone. Just so you know.
It's a good closet.
Asa looks very organized in his closet.
No, Carrie is organized with Asa's closet.
Carrie is organized with Asa's closet, so good for Asa, and he should be thankful for Carrie.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, there are perks to this house that we didn't have before, like, oh my God, remember when I didn't have a washer or dryer in the house? This house has two.
Yes.
Because the closet that I'm in came with like a mini one, stacked one in here. And then we have the ones that we brought in upstairs in the second laundry room. So it's like a lap of luxury in ways, right? But I'm in this closet. I'm going to have like the studio that I create for myself upstairs in my pretty big office.
Yes.
But the thing that we're kind of coming up against right now is that we're broke-ish.
Yes.
So the trips cost money. We also lose our tenants in Delaware this month. Okay. So September 1st, we do not get paid for rent.
Right.
And usually that's $2,400 coming in every month.
Right.
So Ace is flying to LA first and then to Delaware this weekend, Labor Day weekend, and he is going to turn over the house. So he's going to make sure that it wasn't wrecked, which I'm 90% sure that it wasn't.
Yes.
We have a new agent coming in to start marketing it and getting it on, Zillow and realtor.com and all that. So it's like, I'm really glad that it's not on top of August.
Yes.
But it's just like out of the fryer into the hot water type of
100%. Like not catching a breath.
situation. Not catching a breath. My friends, this is what investment looks like. It's probably a decade and a half of this for us.
For sure. Positive.
It's like you step into a better situation and then you just got to deal with what you have, because it is so much better that we're in a house that we're paying for, like that we're paying mortgage in versus rent.
Yes.
That is renting is no longer in our lives, and thank God. And we are like, even if I look back to a year ago, it's a huge lift that we just did. We just had moved into a rental.
Look, think about the fact that LA. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not saying your place wasn't cute at LA, but like
It wasn't.
that closet might be bigger than your kitchen in LA. Like, and think about how much you were
Yes.
paying in LA versus, I think one of the things that I keep telling myself, because this year financially has been, I had gotten myself, listen, we're not going to go too deep, but I had gotten myself.
Oh no, let's go there, because it was an expensive.
Yeah, like I had gotten to myself
month.
a place where I'm like breathing, and I'm like, I am starting to do big girl choices. We had the podcast with Carrie, who was a financial planner, and I'm like starting to make big girl choices that I need to make. And then the wedding came, and I just am like there's points that I'm like, gosh, like why am I so financially terrible? But then I look back at this last year and I'm like, I got 4 new tires. I got 2 new crowns in my mouth because I broke 2 teeth. I got new brakes. I paid for a wedding. I had a surprise party for Jeff. Like, you think about
Your kid got braces.
Mason got braces. Thank you, Carrie.
Yeah.
Mason got braces. But like 5 years ago, I could not have handled that. I would have been crying and sobbing on the floor. And listen, not that I wasn't so crying and sobbing on the floor, but I was able to do all those things this year. And sometimes I think I look at myself and I'm like, gosh, I'm a mess. Like, why am I not whatever? And then I'm like, look at what you did. Look at what you legitimately did this year. And it was a lot. And look at what you've done since you moved, like since you and Asa got together, like the house in Delaware, where you renovated it. You moved to Austin.
Yeah, San Antonio.
You moved to San Antonio. You know what I mean? Like you bought a house in San Antonio. You're renovating a house in San Antonio. You went and did a trip for your aerial in Mexico. You came to Ohio. You went to DC. Those are a lot of big things. And like, we're finding our way, people. We're finding our way.
Yeah. Oh man, let me tell you, like I was just like, oh my God, when I don't have to worry about money anymore. But because we're doing these heavy lifts, that's kind of what you sign up for.
Yes.
So it's got to be okay. And the fact is that financially we are in a better place. We're just cash poor.
Yes. Right.
It's just, it's like you don't have a lot of it because it's in things. And in ways that's great, because it's better to be a little bit strapped for some cash in the present than in the future.
Totally.
Because we don't know what's going to happen.
Totally.
We don't know what's going to happen. And, I was talking to my friend Justin. I hope you don't mind that I'm just talking about you all the time. He's in mortgages now. And we were talking about my investments. And I asked him if he was doing that yet. He's like, we're not in the position yet. Hopefully we will be. And I was like, dude, you had like 3.5 kids.
Yeah.
He has like 3 adult kids, and the last one's his stepkid who's, going into adulthood. Kids are expensive. And like for you guys who are like having adult kids and now you have like a grandkid and then your adult kids are getting married, it's like that never really ends, it feels like. Like, when do you invest in yourself when you're
1,000,000% true?
Yeah, when do you invest in yourself when, babies might not be that expensive, but once they start school.
Right. I mean, this, like, just in general, it's like Well, school starts. One, we got school supplies. Let's start there. You get all the things.
Yeah, how is that this year? Because high school is way worse than kindergarten.
Yeah, you get all the stuff for the school supplies. Mason has to wear uniforms. Well, of course, his uniforms. He needs all new uniforms because he's grown.
Yes,
So
yes.
we do all of that. And then it's like school fees. And then, just like choir needs this, band needs
Yep.
this polo. And there's just no way around it, people. There's no way around it. But listen, it doesn't feel like it gets better. Like I keep thinking, when you have little kids, before you know better, people, just so you know, if you're younger, you're like, oh my gosh, when this child is out of diapers, I'm going to be a millionaire. Like that's what you,
Yeah, that's how you feel. And you are for a second.
and you're like, oh my gosh. Or you're like, oh my gosh, as soon as they're not going to daycare anymore, the amount of money I'm going to have from daycare money.
Well, and that's the thing. That's the switch we made.
Yes.
But we can't feel it because it's like we're stretched everywhere else. We're now in charter public school, which is free for us.
Yes.
By the way, they provide her breakfast, lunch, and afternoon snack if she stays after school.
Yes.
But guess who doesn't like any of the food?
Oh no.
Of course, my child.
So,
So I'm packing lunch.
okay.
And I didn't have to because it's provided. I love school lunch, but that was a long time ago. And I just liked American food because I had my mom's food at home. And I was like, oh, this hamburger is the best, because it was a hamburger.
So Emerson, now that
So-
she's in high school, like she eats lunch at school every day. Mason's a packer, but if it was like it's not provided. You know what I mean? So
Right. You pay for
so
lunch. Right?
like there's pros and cons, I guess. But if it's provided, it's like, oh my gosh, it feels like you're spending money you don't need to spend.
Yeah. And luckily she's like, I just want a ham sandwich, a bag of Doritos, and
Yes, yes.
and like little fruit snacks. So I went and bought in bulk and it's fine.
Yes.
And it just adds one more step. But I'm just happy that like, oh my God, the first week, Kelly. The first day, and you know how how much, like, I'm like, oh my God, where's my meds? She went in and she was so scared. And then she got in the car first day and she wasn't crying. I was like, is it good? She's like, Mom, it's really bad.
Nope.
And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Why? And turns out all the clocks in the school are the type she can't read.
Oh.
And for her, so we made one change and it changed her life. We got her a digital watch.
Yes, because she knows how much longer she has.
Yes. And of course also now she knows, even if she forgets her watch one day, she knows what time lunch is and social studies and math. And like the day is structured the same every single day. So it was just the first day. It felt like an endless fucking black hole of school.
Yes.
And she didn't know when the end was coming. And it really like fucked her up the first day.
Yeah.
And she was cold. So you imagine you're cold and you don't know when it ends. Like, and you don't know who these people are. And this school is big. And it was just so much the first day. We're now into our second or 2.5 weeks. And she has her little trusty watch on. Her friends ask her what time it is too, because they don't have a watch.
Yeah. I think this is actually so cute and such a great parenting move
is.
to know that that is the thing that would shift and change and help her.
I don't know if I would take credit for it because she was like, I don't know what time it is. And so I ran to Walmart, which shout out to Walmart for having shit.
Yeah.
They had a whole, like, I could pick and choose a Frozen watch, Super Mario, but the Super Mario one was the one that looked like I could like program it pretty easily. Anyways, so she rocks this watch. The kids at school ask her all the time what time it is. It's amazing.
Yeah.
The first day was also very stressful for Asa because he realized that like first time in our lives. Now, again, when we grew up, we didn't have this. We didn't have iPhones or iWatches, right?
Yeah.
So he's freaking out. He's like, what if something real happens? And also, to be real, like the whole school shooting thing wasn't really a thing when we were growing up.
Totally.
So he's like, I don't like that we have no contact.
Yes.
And so we don't have any contact, but I have my watch is now living in her bag. I charge it every night. I put it in a little pouch because she actually is in a school that there's no phones allowed, which I actually like.
Yes.
It's not that they're not allowed in the bag, but they can't access
Yeah.
it.
So
They have to have it
Ohio
in the bag
just
shut off.
changed that for all schools, high school, middle school,
Oh,
everything.
how do you feel about that?
Um, I don't know. I like to be able to check it. Like, even if they go, the days that they like kind of feel sick and you're like, you're fine, go. Like, I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
being
yeah,
able to
yeah.
say, like, hey, are you doing okay? And them saying, like, yeah, I feel fine. Or like, hey, I'm going to be a couple minutes late. Just stand there and like, I'll be there. Or, hey, I'm coming 15 minutes early because I have a call at 3. Like, I like being able to do that stuff. And it feels like I can't do any of that anymore because we're talking about a 15-year-old, like almost 15.
Yeah, I think it's so different for a 15-year-old because I have a friend who has a 16-year-old or 17-year-old, and that kid has actual adult work. Like they go work at a restaurant or something
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
school, and they can't, if the boss changes something, they can't find it. But does that mean the phone is turned off in their bag and they can just pull it out
Yeah,
right
they're
when they're
allowed
done?
to look at their phone like in between classes, I guess, like, if they
Oh,
needed
okay,
to.
okay. Just not in the
It just is
classroom.
super fast, but you have to have it off. And I think you get like however many strikes and then it's taken from you or something.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not the end of the world, but like they had their phones last year and this year, no phones.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like at this stage in my life, I feel like it's great because she's just on her iPad all summer.
Yes. Yeah.
It's too
Yeah.
much. But because of that, like I just have it in a little pouch and it's in her bag. They also have clear bags, which is interesting, but
So
makes
clear
sense.
backpacks?
Yeah, like plastic or
That's
mesh.
so interesting.
Because they can't bring a weapon. And I
Oh,
mean, I don't
listen,
know
I
if
get
any
it. Like I
kindergartners are
know
bringing
like
weapons
clear
to
games
class.
at baseball games and stuff like that. These days I hadn't thought
Yeah.
about like school.
Yeah, so you can see everything in there. I kind of like that too, and she likes it. She's like, "Look at my clear bag."
Yeah.
So the watch is in there. It's not. It's just off. All the alarms are off, and she can just push the button on the side and say, "Call Asa,"
Yeah.
and she can call her papa. She can't call me because it's my account.
Right.
But this changed Asa's anxiety level by a lot.
Yeah, that's
So
amazing.
it was Asa and Bean's anxiety level are way lower.
I love that. I think that's so smart
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, can we talk about the pickup line
Yeah, what's going on with the
for a
pickup line?
second? I feel like it's war.
Yeah. War zone.
War zone. So school gets out at 3:45 for her. And I'm in that line at 3 at the latest.
At 3 o'clock?
Not Yes.
Shut up, Carrie.
I'm not. And I'll tell you, and it's not because it's not possible to get into it later. But her first year, I want her to be like one of the first names called. That's just my choice.
Yes.
You can walk up to the gate. If Asa needed to pick her up because something was going on with me and he couldn't be there until 3:45, you can do the pickup gate. And that's a lot less of a wait. But the other problem with that is it's fucking Texas and it's hot as shit.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be standing outside.
Right.
So here's the thing. I get in that line sometimes at 2:45 and I put up my like the sun's coming in from my left hand side and I put up that window shade that you get at the grocery store,
Yeah.
like that reflector. And I have my iPad and my computer on my hotspot and I work for an hour.
Oh my gosh. So listen, I definitely, there are times that like I have a call at 2, let's say my call's at 2, but Emerson's pickup is at 2:30. So I'll do my 2 o'clock call in the pickup line because
Yeah.
then I'm there. And then like when my
Yeah.
call's over, I'm just there. And same thing, like I go on my hotspot and like I just go on Zoom and whatever. But that is craziness. One question I had, and I don't know your schedule enough,
Yeah.
and you don't have to like give your whole schedule out, but I always thought like it was a transition to teach dance when your kids go to school because they're in school all day and then you leave
Yeah.
at 4:30 or 4 or 5.
Well, okay. So the thing is, I have a client who is a fitness instructor, and she's like just so sad because when school starts, she doesn't see her kid
Right.
because there's kids in school, and her free time is when her kid's in school, and then she goes and teaches her like millions of like fitness classes in the evening. Luckily, my first class on Mondays and Wednesdays is at 8:15 p.m.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect.
So yeah. So the problem is that she doesn't want to go to sleep while I'm not home.
Right.
That's the problem. When it comes to the amount of time I have with her, I think it's okay. Tuesdays I don't work. Fridays I don't work. So really it's just Thursday. Thursday I leave at 5. But that's not bad. It could be way worse. If my classes were like, I don't know, 5 p.m. classes.
I
would never
actually
sleep.
think that's perfect.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not good for my sleeping, but what I've realized, like Kelly today, we started this at 10 my time. I got home from dropping her off at 7:45. I took a nap.
Yeah.
And it was not actually an easy nap to take. Like I kind of had to like make myself go to sleep because like, you know, the sun's out.
Right.
But I was like, fuck this. So like I took an hour nap and that changed my entire day. Right. Because like, okay, I just got a little refresher and now I feel like I'm a human. Yes. But can I tell you that I joined the YMCA because it's 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
It's a full gym. It's exercise classes on the weekends, weekdays. It's free swim for me and my bean. So I got the duo. So like we can do family swim. We don't have an instructor, but she can just swim back and forth to me all year because it's indoors. And there's a library attached.
It's amazing.
So I can work Wi-Fi. So, okay. So now I can take like a 9:45 bar class with like the senior citizens and like the stay-at-home moms, whatever. And then I can just go sit in the library and work on their Wi-Fi. I don't have to pay for coffee every day. I go to the, sit at a place, because sometimes you don't want to sit at home.
Right.
Right. So I joined it. It was $89 a month for me and Bean. I was like, oh my God, fucking Texas. It's not just Texas. That's all. I can do any YMCA all over the country, but I'm not. It's just the one here. Yeah. So Kelly, I go take this bar class. You're going to fucking laugh at me. Bar class teachers are trying to kill you.
Yeah. Listen, I don't love bar, which is so funny because I'm a ballet,
because it's not ballet. It's like ballet inspired, trying to murder you.
Yeah, it's like too close to, but it's not. And so I'm just like, I don't want to hold this squat and do it 10 times with my thighs in and out.
10? 80. Yeah. This bitch, I was like, I'm laughing because like, she actually looks like she's taken a lot of ballet in her life. But like this class is full of like, I am not the norm.
Yeah.
Right? It's like stay-at-home moms, and this is like, they're not super exercisey, right. But they get to their bar class, and there's a woman in there, I swear she's 150 years old.
Yeah.
And good for her. But like, she's barely hanging on. I'm barely hanging on. And I'm not really sweating.
Right.
But my quads are done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she does all these pulses in a releve. And I was like, I refuse to do that. That's not actual ballet.
Yes.
So I do all the pulses in an actual plie, like just foot flat on the ground, and then just work my legs like that. My legs are on fire the next day.
Yeah.
Like,
I love this though.
I'm dying.
Do you feel like a new sense of like independence again, that being is, because there is this space in life when you have a baby and a toddler, your life is their life. Like they are an extension of you, and like what they want is probably trumping. And like now that you have this chunk of time during the day, do you feel a little bit more like yourself?
Yes, Kelly, but I think that it was so overdue that it feels exactly like, oh, we don't have to pay for private school anymore. It got overrun with about a bazillion things because I'm like, okay, now I can do A, B, and C.
Yeah.
And yet still I'm now running out of time. I'm like, how the fuck am I running out of time? It's because I was like committed to adding like an exercise class for myself a couple times a week and to start cooking for real.
Yes.
And so you add those things in it and then maybe an hour nap and your time is gone. Yeah. So it's like, and I'm very cognizant of the fact that I should be really jumping up and down and celebrating right now. But it was just too overdue. It was just too long. Like, I also don't know if we made a mistake. I don't know if the word is mistake, but if we should have done it like full-time Montessori for at least half of last year.
Right.
Because it would have made getting into the school, prep her. I think we should have, but it was also more money. It would have been not $600, $700 a month last year. It would have been $800 to $900 a month for private school full-time last year. So we made those choices based on our current situation.
Right.
So, I don't know, but I have to tell you, so Asa and I have made like a commitment to, starting in September, also trying to make healthier choices, like just eating wise, like actually friends, my cholesterol is a little elevated, which is crazy to people.
So is mine. I'm so pissed off.
Wait,
it's true.
I thought I was alone. You are, and my friend, I won't say her, I won't call her. My friend just told me yesterday, and she's like maybe 4 years younger, but like, I don't know if this is just our age or if it's our diets or if it's both.
I don't know. I'm anxious to see what it comes back as this year because I really am like a protein veggie girl. Now, listen, I will take down a pizza here and there, but for the most part, like I'm a protein veggie girl. And yeah, it was a little bit elevated last year. And they're like, work out more and, eat better. And I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Well, she's looking at me. My doctor's looking at me. And like, she's like, you look like you work out. I think maybe think about your red meat consumption. And I didn't tell her, but I was like, we should probably look at my French fry consumption, actually.
French fries are the way to go for you.
Oh, my God. But, I'm also changed my diet and had to deal with stuff over the years. My SIBO, it's not like this is the first time I've had to make a shift. So, it's like, okay, I don't need to have French fries multiple times a week. I could have them one time a week and I will not die. Like it's not going to emotionally like kill me. So I've made that commitment. And actually when the delicious food is right in front of it's really easy to just eat well, actually, if it's me.
Jeff likes to eat really clean. And because he's been doing it for so long, I'm never not happy when we eat. Like he knows what is amazing and what to order at certain restaurants. And I'm always happy.
Yeah, when it's in front of you, it's just when you're not prepared. That's like the thing. So yesterday I made this massaged kale and lemon and Parmesan salad. Like I massaged it with olive oil. It was delicious, Kelly. And let me tell you, because of the way my day went, I haven't eaten since that. It's going to be 11 my time now. And I'm not dying. Right. It's because it's healthy. Yes. Anyways, so Kelly, we're going to do another weekly soon because obviously there's just so much to catch up on. I miss you to pieces.
We have so much. It's so fun because it was fun to see each other in person, but every once in a while I would text you and just say like, I feel like I miss you. Like we haven't talked. This is like,
I know.
And we have a couple fun interviews coming your way. So excited about that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And we have someone that is a blast from the past for me, but very into the arts. And I think he'll be a great interview. So I'm super excited to get this season going.
You guys, season 6, I cannot believe it. Like if you asked me if we were going to get through 5 full years, I would have been like,
what is happening? Yeah, right. We would have been like, what is happening? No.
But now we just want to hang out together.
This is like literally hangout time for us.
I literally think, okay, what if I didn't do greener grass? And be like, then me and Kelly wouldn't have the same relationship, and I can't have that.
I agree. We're taking you along for the ride with our friendship. So,
yeah. All right, Cal, enjoy your day. Love
you. Bye.
All right, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in. If you love to hear the sound of our voices, we have a couple more options for you. I have the Expecting Aerialist that's all about motherhood, postpartum, prenatal stage. Great for moms who are just balancing life. I've got the Artist Entrepreneur, which is about me and my arty friends navigating our businesses. And Kelly has What's Next with H&G, What's Next with You and Grace, talking about her amazing products, and how you can create a business for yourself. All right, my friends, if you haven't yet, opt in for a newsletter so you can hear all about us and our guests, and if we'll send you breaking news in that way. And we really appreciate you guys. If you'll smash the 5 stars and leave us a review, it means the world to us. And we'll see you next week. Have an amazing week. This is Greener Grass.